Today on Yester Kitchen, we are going back to 1963 and we are going to discover a very unusual dish that is perfect for lunch. You're going to love it. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Jill and this is Yester Kitchen, where we go into the past and find some glorious recipes that you're gonna love. Okay, today we are going after the luncheon. Yes, luncheons were so popular in the 60s. Everyone just either, a housewife would invite another housewife over and they would have lunch together, but she would always make something fabulous because, housewives were busy taking care of the kids in the house, so home luncheons were huge, and this luncheon dish is fabulous. It's called the Luncheon Clambake, straight out of 1963, actually straight out of Good Housekeeping 1963. Oh, I love this book. And it's just easy to prepare, and what I would liken it to is probably like a crab cake feel, but with clams, and it's a whole dish, so you're gonna love it. We're gonna get started right now. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is go to our happy little bowl, and in this bowl we have 4 eggs, and I'm just gonna go ahead and beat those, because we want to make sure they're all mixed together. There we go. Beautiful. Now to that, we're going to use clams, canned clams, and we're going to use the clams later, but we're going to talk about the liquid right now. These are the size cans, and I use 4 of them. They're 6.5 ounces. So I use 4 of these cans. You want to drain out the liquid and save your liquid, and to that, I'm going to add, you're going to have more than a cup. You want a cup of liquid, and to that, you want to add 1 cup of milk. And you want to mix that right into your eggs. And that clam will just amp up your clam flavor when you're done, which is, this dish is so good. Okay, next we're going to need our filler, because like I said, we're going to kind of go for a crab cake-ish idea. So what I have here, I'm going to get this out of the way for a second, is 2.5 cups of saltine, regular plain old saltine cracker crumbs. Here's a little pro tip. If you're just going to use crumbs and you're not going to use the rest of the crackers, I recommend getting oyster crackers and actually that's what I did, because you're just going to crush them up anyway and they're way cheaper. So here's what I did, just so you know, these are my leftovers. But I put all my oyster crackers in a little Ziploc bag, and I make sure all the air is out, and then seal it up. And then I take my trusty little rolling pin, which look at that, it's made by Jill. My son and daughter-in-law got this for me. I absolutely love this. Thank you, Rick and Jess. And all you do is roll, roll, roll. And then you just measure it right out of the bag. And you save the rest or you get rid of the rest, whatever you like. But anyway, that's what you do. So let's bring our eggs back right to the center. And now we're going to add our cracker crumbs. And you just want to get them all in the liquid, because what you're going to do now is you're going to let this just hang out right on your countertop for 20 minutes. And what's going to happen is all this liquid is going to start absorbing into your cracker crumbs. So we'll be back in 20 minutes and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, we're back. Take a look. See, all of our cracker crumbs have absorbed all the liquid. So you have this just beautiful, almost wet bread going on. Now we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. First thing you want is 1/3 cup of melted butter. You gotta have butter, right? Remember I said we need 4 cans of these guys? So you want 4 cans of either chopped or minced clams, and you want to drain them. I actually got 2 cans of minced and 2 cans of chopped, so you got a little different texture, but you can do whatever you want. So anyway, here we have our 4 cans of clams, and in they go. And to that, we're going to add 1/4 cup of chopped onion. In goes your green pepper, and now I've got 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, fresh ground pepper if you can, and just a little bit of salt because your clams are salty, your butter is salty. And the last thing we're going to add is 1/2 teaspoon of Worcestershire. If you like Worcestershire like me, you can add a little bit more. And then we're just going to mix all this glorious mixture together. And you just want to make sure that everything is all mixed together and incorporated. Just like that. Oh, this is going to be so good. Okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way. And in I have an adorable 8x8 baking pan, and I have already sprayed it with cooking spray. And all you're gonna do is pour your mixture into the pan and just kind of get it all even. That is it. It's ready to go in the oven. I have a 350 oven. We're gonna put this in for 1 hour and we'll be back when it's done, and it will be lunchtime. Hey, it's been an hour. Take a look. Look at it, it's beautiful now. It's all brown on top and it's solid and it is just glorious. So let's cut into it. And of course, the first corner piece is always the toughest, but I think we're gonna make this work. So, pretty much, this is just so lovely for your luncheon when I know you're gonna call your girlfriend or your guy friend and say, hey, why don't you come over? Uh-oh, let me cut it all the way through. There we go. Why don't you come over and have lunch? And of course, in the 60s, let's get it in the middle where it looks super pretty, and I'm sorry for making a mess. Let's get rid of that. You want to make it very fancy. So I've got some Italian parsley that we're just going to lay over the top. Look at that. You want to serve it with a salad and maybe some home brewed iced tea or some homemade lemonade, and you have yourself the perfect lunch for a friend to come over. Now in the 60s, when people came over to friends' houses, they would dress up. So put on your dresses, have a luncheon with your girlfriend or have a luncheon with your guy friend, and enjoy the 60s and embrace this fabulous piece of nostalgia. If you would like to explore more dishes from your childhood or just the past, I invite you to subscribe. I release new videos every Friday. In the meantime, here's some more retro dishes for you. And remember, every dish, even Luncheon Clambake, has a story. I'll see you in the next video.